Hey there, moms and moms to be. Welcome to another episode of Start Living Sustainable. We are well into the new year. It is still January. The inauguration is today, and it's also MLK holiday. So a lot is going on. And for me, I don't know, have you noticed how the pace of life and the rising costs of living seem to be in a race to see who's going to win? It just feels like every decision has to be faster, cheaper, and better. But when it comes to what we're bringing into our homes, it's worth hitting pause. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at how sustainability and wellness can essentially help you slow things down, save you money, and protect your loved ones. You see, sustainability and wellness offer us a way to step out of this exhausting race, which helps us to slow down and to make choices that are healthier for our families and kinder to the planet in this environment that we live in. And the benefits are clear: fewer toxins, less stress, and a more intentional way of life. Because let's face it, it's just too exhausting trying to keep up, let alone making sure that the products that we're buying and using in our homes are actually safe for our families. So let's just jump in and talk about it. Hi, friends. Welcome to Start Living Sustainable. I'm your host, Cynthia Harvey Brown. In this podcast, I'm going to help you discover sustainable ways to improve your overall health and well-being in your home. And I'm going to show you how to do this without spending a lot of time or money, all in partnership with God. Yes, if you're ready to show yourself some love, experience a new level of wellness, build faith, and align your values with God's vision for your life, then you're in the right place. Pour out the diet soda, and we should talk about those yoga pants. Let's have some serious fun in today's episode. The Start Living Sustainable podcast was started and still is on a mission. As a wellness coach, I am extremely passionate and I advocate for women's health. That's why I'm here. I want to offer you the opportunity to book a one-on-one home detox audit session with me, so that together we're going to create a sustainable, stress-free, strategic, personalized plan for you in your home where your family can thrive. If you're ready to make some changes that actually stick so you can feel better and maintain your health with longevity, well, head over to startlivingsustainable.com, or you can check the link in the show notes right below to secure a spot to get you started today. And I know that making changes can feel overwhelming at first, but sometimes it just takes a spark or something to happen for you to get started. And for me, it all began with love and a kiss. When I think back to when I was 18 or 19 years old, I met the man I would eventually fall in love with. He was so passionate about treating his body like a temple. His lifestyle made me curious, and truthfully, I was willing to make some small changes, like stop eating hot dogs, to read a book that he gave me called Back to Eden, and to become a vegetarian, all to see where life with him might lead. Years later, I found myself going even deeper into this journey, especially when I became pregnant with my son. That was a real turning point for me because I realized how much more intentional I needed to be at that time, not just about the food I was eating, but even the clothing I wore. I was working as a fashion designer in the industry, and it was a chemically laden industry. And that really opened my eyes to just how much we accept things without questioning it. I started inspecting everything before I let it into my life. And I didn't start out that way, but I started seeing things that I needed to pay attention to and do something about. That's when I unknowingly began my wellness journey into sustainable living. It just kind of grew on me. So when we talk about sustainability and wellness, they might seem like two separate things, but in reality, they're deeply connected because both of them focus on being intentional, slowing down, and prioritizing long-term health, whether it's for yourself or your family or the planet. Think about it. When you choose organic, locally sourced food, just As an example, you're not only avoiding harmful chemicals because local farmers grow smaller crops and they don't use the same harmful pesticides, insecticides, and what have you. But you're also supporting farming practices that are better for the environment. It's really a win-win situation. And the same goes for eliminating toxins in your home. Using natural cleaning products doesn't just protect your kids from harsh chemicals, it reduces pollution and waste at the same time. So here's a question for you. Have you ever considered how much of what you're bringing into your home is impacting your health? Beyond the obvious, like food, what about the materials in the furniture, the candles that you burn, or even the water that you drink? These small everyday things add up over time in terms of the toxins that are being released or that you're absorbing or that you're ingesting. As moms and wives, we often are the ones making the daily decisions for our family. And that puts us in a very unique position to shape the environment our kids grow up in. Studies show that kids are especially vulnerable to toxins because their bodies are still developing. That only makes sense, right? For example, a 2021 report from the Environmental Working Group found that kids under the age of 5 are exposed to significantly higher levels of harmful chemicals in household dusts than adults are. 30 years ago, some of the chemicals that are created now weren't even created back then. And it's not just about toxins. It's about what toxins do to us. It's about stress too. Living in a cluttered or a chaotic space surrounded by unnecessary things can contribute to feelings of overwhelm. So you might be overwhelmed about making changes, but sometimes it's just a matter of getting rid of things that no longer serve you, simplifying your space, and choosing sustainable, high quality items. It's also good for your mental health. Can you see that? Here's something to think about. What legacy do you want to leave your kids? Are you creating a home environment that teaches them to value their health and the planet? Listen, if you're still wondering if this lifestyle is worth the effort, let's talk about the evidence. Studies from the Harvard Medical School shows that reducing exposure to indoor air pollutants like VOCs, which I've talked about in previous episodes, these are volatile organic compounds. And guess what? They're found in art and craft supplies. We know that kids use a lot of those at home and in their classroom. But VOCs are also in unupholstered furniture, dry cleaned clothing. They're responsible for that artificial lavender scent in your household cleaning supplies and even your perfumes. So VOCs, they're in paints, air fresheners, and getting rid of them can greatly improve your respiratory health and lower the risk of asthma. If you have a child with asthma, these are some things that you really want to take a look at. Switching to natural alternatives is a small change, but it will have a big impact. Also, some other practical reasons and compelling evidence to adopt a sustainable lifestyle. And a lot of people don't realize, they actually think the opposite. But I'm here to bust that myth because sustainable living can save you money. And while sustainable products can sometimes be a higher upfront cost, they can save you a substantial amount of money in the long run. I want you to think about a simple reusable water bottle, or even a higher quality cookware, or a better quality garment that's well made, like slow fashion compared to fast fashion. They can eliminate the need for constant replacements. Clothing, which is where I have a lot of background experience. In a previous episode, I shared a formula called cost per wear that clearly calculates how much money you can save by wearing higher quality clothing simply by shopping less, choosing wisely, and taking care of what you own. Another really important but practical reason to adapt this lifestyle is that you do develop mental clarity. A recent research study from UCLA found that clutter increases stress hormones. So clear out, clean out, get rid of whatever you don't need. By clearing out and simplifying your living space with fewer, better quality items, you can actually create a more calming and focused environment in your home for your family. Here's the kicker. You don't need to overhaul your life all at once. That is not what this is all about. It's about making small, meaningful, manageable changes. So choose one area. Maybe it's your cleaning supplies and you'll start there, or maybe your pantry or your wardrobe, and work from there and ask yourself, what's one change I can make today that will have a positive ripple effect on my family's health and well-being? When you see the big picture, this isn't just about today or even this year. It's about the future. And when you embrace a sustainable, wellness-focused lifestyle, you're actually creating a healthy tradition that your child will carry forward. What a legacy. You're teaching them that taking care of themselves and the world around them is important. And here's the most beautiful part of it all. These changes don't just improve your family's life, they actually create a ripple effect. And every time you choose a safer product or support a sustainable company or cut back on any form of waste, you're contributing to a better, healthier world for everyone, including yourself. With so many companies using greenwashing to make their products look eco-friendly and safe, it's more important than ever to be mindful about what you're buying and bringing into your home. So just to recap, in today's episode, our conversation has been focused all around how sustainability and wellness go hand in hand, which is exciting, I think, because it offers moms and women in general a way to create healthier, more intentional lives so we can all own our wellness. By reducing toxins, simplifying your home, and making mindful choices, you're not just protecting your family's health, you're practicing stewardship for the resources that we share with each other on this planet. And you're aligning your lifestyle with your values. That's so important. Remember, small changes, they add up. They are impactful. And every mindful, manageable step that you take creates a ripple effect for future generations. So start where you are and embrace the power of intentional living. For God's sake, I'm here to help you. And the question really is, are you ready to make some changes that actually stick? If you haven't booked your free wellness call or invested in our one-on-one home detox audit session with me to get all of your questions answered, where we'll cut through the noise, spot those hidden toxins, and create a sustainable, stress-free home for you and your family so that you can start living sustainable.com. If not now, when is a good time to own your wellness? Let me leave you with this thought. What kind of future do you want to create? Not just for your kids, but for yourself. Sustainability and wellness give you the tools to build that future, starting with small, mindful choices that you can make today. It's just a powerful way to improve your health, protect your family, and create a legacy for the next generation. Thank you for listening. Thanks for being here, and send the link to a friend that you know will benefit as well. I'll see you next week for another episode of Start Living Sustainable.